guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new here, my name is Tessa. You guys can go ahead and catch this vibe with me. I'll be doing, I know I said that pretty fast. Damn, slow down. But anyways, pretty much today I'll be doing a video on, it's going to be part 3 to the USPS post office job. Pretty much the process of what you're going to be going through when you go to academy, the academy day. So they send you an email. I hope you guys did that paperwork because it's good to do it before you get to academy. Now, my instructor, a mentor, she said that it was okay with me bringing it in on the day of academy. But knowing little on me, I like to get stuff done before last minute. So I did that and I went ahead and you have to mail it to the you have to mail it to whatever address they're going to tell you to mail it to. So I already did that. I think I paid like $7 or some change for it to get it mailed off. And yeah, I had to fill out this this slip. I think it's for like certified mail. Never in my life had I had to fill out this type of mail. And when she gave it to me, she handed it to me like I knew what I was doing. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But Google was my best friend that day. I went on Google and I asked Google how to fill out that certified mail slip. And it was easier than I thought. But Google was definitely needed because I was confused. Like, I had never seen a green slip. I think they stuck it on the mail thingy. But yeah, I got all the paperwork filled out and sent that bad boy off. So after that, I think the day after was academy. I had to drive an hour and a few cents. Hour, probably like 7 minutes or 20 minutes away just to go to the academy building, which I wish it was closer, but I don't think that's possible living in Georgia. But anyways, so yeah, but okay, so where was I at? So pretty much I was driving, you guys. I was ghost ride the whip, as my friend can even say, but I was driving and I don't normally drive on the highway like that. Like, I'm not that close with highways, but I like the highways only because I like to speed. So that's the only reason why I like going on the highways. It's to rush. It's to hurry up and get there. Other than that, I can take the back road and I'm cool. Because people's crazy all over, but you just have less cars to deal with when you're not on the highway. Because I almost got into an accident that day too. It was crazy. But anyway, went to the academy. I got in the building. They told you to take out your ID, your driver's license. Yeah, they told you to take out your driver's license and show. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just take out your driver's license and they had to match it up to whatever name sheet that they had. And then they take you through this way. Somebody with a badge, they badge it through, take you through this way, and then they take you to like a classroom area. Y'all, I was dozing off. Like, we had like 8 modules to go through. So, and I don't do well with just sitting there and listening. I do well with hands-on and listening because if I'm just sitting there, I get really tired. So pretty much you get there, teach you more stuff about the job. They're gonna be teaching you as far as like the driving, like pretty much how to drive the truck, you're supposed to curve it if you're on a hill, or how you gotta hand brake it each time you stop. Like, as far as when you park it, you gotta hand brake it, because if you don't hand brake it and that bad boy come off, that's gonna be on your butt. So they teach you all of that. You get breaks as well. I believe it was an 8-hour day as well. You was sitting in class or whatever. You got to take your pictures. You get your badges that day. If you don't have your employee identification number, you do not get your badge that day. I think they mail it to you or you get it at your office. You pretty much would have to wait if you don't have your EIN number. they're supposed to have your EIN number, but if it doesn't come up in the system, then you're just gonna have to wait. You're fine. But pretty much you have your picture day, take your picture, you got your badge. You get to take lunch. I think the lunch is an hour long. The lunch is another hour long. Trying to think what else you had to do. You got to answer questions like throughout the modules, like they have knowledge checks for you to do. So pretty much it's just like a learning experience. You're getting taught the background of the USPS. It's not really similar to orientation, but it kind of is, but you do different stuff. My mentor, we had like a couple different mentors in the classroom. She was playing like an icebreaker game where she was doing a riddle about candy and people answered it and they got candy. I had this another mentor that came in, it's another instructor. She taught you about the scanner. They give you like a fake barcode to scan with the scanner, the new scanners that they have. You understand what you have to type in. You're not going to remember everything all in that one day because if you're an ARC, they have to squish everything together. So it's understandable if you forget a lot of things or everything, or if you remember a little bit of it, that's good too. But nobody can remember all the information in one day. Like when I say it's a lot of information, it's a lot of information. And it's okay if you don't remember it. Next thing that you do, you're gonna have to go outside. Once you go outside, you see all the trucks. There's the old truck, which is the LLV, which is the trucks that you're gonna be driving. They do have a car. Depending on what office you're in, that depends on what vehicle you'll get to like switch out with or drive. My office, they only have LLVs that I've seen. They have one ProMaster, but that's for like the supervisor or like if somebody's training you on how to drive, whatever the case may be, they only have one. So for some other, they have many ProMasters, they have minivans, they have cars that you can drive, or since you're an ARC, you can drive your own vehicle if they don't have any more vans for you to drive. So pretty much when you go outside, they're gonna like teach you how to check your car, check your truck. You gotta make sure the wheels don't look bald, like it's not flat. You gotta make sure your lights are working, your mirrors are, these are manual mirrors. They're not automatic because it's already an old truck, so you would have to turn your mirrors. Or you can ask somebody to help you out whenever you do start the position. So they teach you all of that. They teach you how when you close the back of the truck van, you don't need to have your fingers right there because the truck, the back, whatever that thing is, when you pull it up, it kind of like bends. So it have gaps in between it. So when you pull it down, if your finger's there, it's gonna pinch and that's gonna hurt. So they teach you all of that. And then they choose, or you get to volunteer if you want to go first, or whatever the case may be. So you get in a truck. The wheel is skinny. It's not a thick wheel. I think most newer cars, the wheel is thick. So the wheel is skinny. And then you don't ever look at that thing that's going to be like right there in the middle of the steering wheel. It normally says like park, well, P for park, D for drive, N for neutral, stuff like that. You don't really pay attention to that because the vehicle is so old. If you put it in drive, you might be reversing or you might be parked instead of actually driving. So that way they're always going to tell you got to feel it. You got to feel it. If you feel the truck jerk forward, then you know you're in drive. If you feel the truck jerk back, then you know you're going back. If it's like a standstill, you might be in park or you might be in neutral. You got to feel it. First thing you're going to want to do when you get in the truck, you always got to put on your seatbelt. If you don't put on your seatbelt, they're going to be like, hey, put on your seatbelt. They weren't mean. They were really nice, but the parking lot was big. So they did have to yell and stuff like that. So you got to put on your seatbelt. They're going to come around the truck to check your mirrors. So like if they need to turn it a way that you can see the bumper, the back of the truck. With these mirrors, they have like 6 different mirrors or 7 or something like that. You should be able to see around the whole truck with not just one mirror, but one mirror is going to show like the side. The other mirror is going to show the front. The other mirror is going to show the side. And another mirror is going to show the back. So the mirror that's on the upper left corner, you're going to use that mirror So, what, babe? You said what? That was my husband walking in. But, so yeah, so the mirror on the upper left corner, you have to look into that mirror to look into the back mirror to be able to see in the back. You can't just look into the mirror. Well, you're going to be able to, but when I first did it, I had to like look into the mirror, then see that the mirror was pointing or kind of like showing off the other mirror so that you can actually see in the back of the truck. It's pretty cool. Once you learn, you'll understand. So check your mirrors, make sure you leveled right. If you got to pull your seat up, do that before you turn on the seat, put on the seatbelt. Because if you put on the seatbelt and you try to put your seat up, you're going to be very much restricted. So after you do all that, you got to make sure you put your lights on. There's going to be a thing, it's going to be a knob. You got to pull it like that to put your lights on. So next thing you're going to do, you're going to drive and you're going to make a sharp left. They're going to have cones out there. Make sure you guys don't hit the cone. If you hit the cone, it's okay. You're learning. Don't hit the cone too much. Try not to hit the cone, but if you do, don't freak out. I freaked out when I first got there, but eventually it was okay. Like I thought I was going to do horrible because I've never drove on the right side of the car, so it made it like really difficult for me. And I was nervous as hell. I was real like jittery. I have anxiety, you guys. So I was real scared. But once I got into it, everybody was cheering me on and stuff like that. I was like, good. They was like, good job. You did good. Or whatever the case may be. But, so you're going to make that sharp left. You're going to go on the cones. It's going to be a stop sign. You're not on the road. You're in the parking lot. But there is a stop sign. Or like a stop sign. So you're going to stop at that stop sign. So in your front bottom left mirror, it's like a mirror that shows your bumper. With that mirror, you can see if you pass the stop sign. If you cannot see the stop sign in that mirror, or if you can't see that you're behind the stop sign, that's not good. They're not going to be like, you got to go home, but they're trying to teach you the proper way how to do it, pretty much. So you got to make sure you're looking at all your mirrors. Your neck probably going to hurt throughout the whole job because you're going to have to keep looking like an ostrich, or they call it a bobblehead, but you got to keep looking. So next thing you do after you do that sharp left turn and you stop, you're going to keep going. You're going to make another left. Once you make that left, you're going to stop at your first mailbox. So what they're going to teach you, when you're coming up to a mailbox, you have to go all the way to the right. Don't hit that mailbox. Try not to hit the mailbox. If you do, it's okay. But at the same time, try not to hit that mailbox because, just try your best not to. I didn't hit it. Someone else hit it, I believe, like during their job. But it was fine. I think the instructor told her that it was the instructor's fault because she told her to go left too much. And also with these vans, y'all gotta put some force in that, because put force into the brake, put some force into the gas, because see, like regular cars, the newer cars, you can put your feet on the gas and it's gonna go. Or if you put your feet on the brake, you can feel it. Not with the LLV. You gotta put some pressure to it. Don't put so much pressure to the gas. Like, be a little gentle with that. Don't put so much pressure at first. Kind of like ease up on it. But she probably jerked it, and that's probably why it hit the thing, because she was trying to go right and she probably was nervous, and just, that's probably what happened. That's what I'm thinking or assuming what happened. But you're gonna come up to a mailbox and they're gonna teach you to go close to the mailbox. You wave your hand so that you can pretty much, you in the arm's reach of the mailbox. If you're not, that means you're not close enough. You don't want to have to continue to stretch, because what you're going to do, you're going to hurt your shoulder and you're going to hurt your wrist. Your wrist is probably going to be hurting anyway, because you're going to have to constantly do like this. But you don't want to pull your sock out of a place because you have to continue to reach so far. So don't be afraid to keep going right, to get a little close. Don't hit that mailbox, but that's pretty much what you're going to have to remember to do in the truck until you get used to driving it, because since you're on the right hand side, you're going to be used to, veering left. It's better to veer right, because then you can also look at your mirrors when you're driving to make sure that you're in the right lane, or right where you need to be. So after the mailbox, you go to another mailbox and you do the same thing. Mailboxes, they're going to be different sizes, so you got to keep that in mind. There's going to be a mirror. You got to watch out for that, because if you don't watch out for the mirror and for the mailbox, they're going to hit each other and you're going to mess up somebody's mailbox like that. So pretty much that's what they teach you. You go around, then you come up and you stop, and the next person tries. One person, she was taught how to parallel park. She did a great job. You are going to have to do that come certified day, when you have to get certified to drive the truck. You're going to have to do more driving than you did for academy. You're going to have to also drive on the road, but I'll save that for part 4. But anyway, so after you drive outside, they pretty much ask you how you think you did, and you think you did good, or whatever the case may be. And then boom, they're going to give you a paper telling you what day you have to go to get certified to drive that truck. Now, you're not going to get to choose this day. So hopefully you have a open schedule. If you have kids, try to see if you get a babysitter to schedule that. If not, I don't know, because I know that I was told by the instructor, if you try to reschedule, it can be, you probably either won't get the job or won't be able to start the job, or what. It's just going to be a longer process of getting the job. So just try to see if you can open your schedule up, because they're going to be like, okay, you got to take it. You got to do the get certified this day. To get certified after the academy, pretty much it's going to be either the very next day or the next day. Mine was on Monday. The other person's was on Saturday. The academy was on Friday. So just think about it like that. It's not going to be too far, or like a week later. So just keep that in mind if you have to get somebody to watch the kids. I keep saying kids because I have kids and I understand. If you don't, then you're good to go. But I'm trying to think what else during the academy had to do. If you want to fill out for, I think it's something that has to do with a union. I don't really remember. There's a lot of stuff that they tell you. A lot of stuff that they talk to you about. I don't remember everything, but I just told y'all the things that I do remember. And that's mostly what we did. There was just one last paperwork that we filled out. And like I said, I think it's for the union. But anyways, you guys, that's end of part 3. If you want to hear more, if you want to hear about the academy, click on the next video that will be uploaded soon. It's going to be part 4. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out the orientation day, and also whatever else, the other videos that I have posted. So anyway, yes, thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section. Turn on the notification bell so you can get notified for the next video. And also subscribe to me, because it was a whole vibe. I know I was probably talking fast, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys.